Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans tutorial of an object-oriented restaurant management system using inheritance. Let me show you guys how this works. If I click on reset, there we go. Okay, so let's say I enter how many fillet o fish is being ordered, chicken legend, burger meal, and let's leave this out. Let's come to the milkshake, and in here we have 4 of those. Leave that out. We have maybe 5 of these, and leave this out as well. Click on total. There we go. And we can also print out a receipt. There. You can exit if you want, or you can just stay within the system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Java NetBeans development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now. Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans tutorial of restaurant management system using object-oriented technique with inheritance. So I'm going to start by clicking on File, New Project. Then we'll make sure Java is selected. Select Java Application. Click on Next. I'm going to call it OO_restaurant. And I'm going to uncheck this because I don't need that for now. Now click on Finish. Okay, now that my project folder is ready, I'm going to right click on it and let's go to New. Let's select JFrame right there, and in there I'm going to enter OO_restaurants with an S, and the same thing will be entered below. Okay, but this time around let's take off the underscore and let's click on Finish. There we go, and here comes my form. So I'm now going to right click on this form, make sure the property is selected, is right there, and we click on the properties. I can close this. Click on the properties right here, select code, and in here I'm going to define the size of my form to about 1300, and let's go for 390. I can always reduce or increase, then make that 800 and click on OK. I'll just now, before I click on OK, or before I click on select enter, I'm going to select generate and make that center. Okay, generated center, and that's it. The next thing is right click on this form. Let's go to set layout and select absolute layout. Right, once absolute layout is selected, you should be able to see light blue line across the edge. Now the next thing I would like to do, I'm going to add panel. Let's place the panel in there, and I'm going to change the properties of this panel. Let's come right into the property area or properties area. Let's go for the border. Right inside the border, I'm going to select the line. I'm going to make that 12, and let's change the color of the line. I'm going to change that to something dark and click on OK. There. Let's copy this I'm going to copy it. Let's just come into edit, copy and paste. Right, because I'm going to need a couple of those. Let's paste again. Alright, but this one will be used as my title, so I can always change the back color of that very one to something dark and just drag it along. And in here, let's grab label and paste the label right in there. This very label, I'm going to change the properties. Let's change the properties of that label first. You see the label? Let's change that to restaurant system. Restaurant management system. Right. And I'm going to change the color, the font color. I'm going to change that to something lighter. Good. And increase the font size. Let's make the font size about 66 for now. Right, And what about the border? Let's enter a border for it. Let's come straight in here, the border, and make the border maybe about 8. Then the color of the border, let's make that very light. And alignments, horizontal align, get that centered. Right, that is my title right there. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is to add another label, add another J label. In this very J label, I'm going to use that as my logo. Let's come into the properties and right in here, let's select icon, and click on that. There we go. I think my icon should be right on my desktop. There, I think is this. Right, that's much better. Get rid of the text content, and there we go. So I'm going to copy these. I need 2 of those. Or let's add a border to it. Let's come into the border right here. Add a border, make the border approximately 8 as well, and change the color of the border. Make it a little bit lighter. Alright. And maybe we should even get it centered, horizontal, get it centered. Okay, that's fine. Let's click and copy that, copy and paste. So we have 2 of those. One goes here and the other one goes here. That's fine. Okay, now let's copy some more of these and just drag it aside. Maybe one more. Okay, so we need to now rearrange all of these panels just to suit what we intend to use it for. Okay guys, I've actually speed up the design of this panel, so let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. There we go guys. So all that is left now is just to add some components on board. So let's exit and come right down here. Some of the first component I intend to add, let me add button, paste that in there and just change the font. Let's change the font size to maybe about 18, make that bold. Okay, just drag it, position it properly. Okay, I'm going to need some more of those anyway. So let's just copy it across. Okay guys, and right here, let's add text area here. And this will be just for the receipt. Let's take it down. Now the next thing, let's add text field here. And I'm going to change the properties. Let's change that to 18. Make that bold. Click on OK. Get rid of the content in there. I'm going to call that text. Alright. That's the text. Oh, that's text area. Okay, let's get a label. Let's get rid of the text in there. Yeah. Might as well just copy it and paste it. And one more. Okay, now we need label and change the content of that label to text. Change this to bold 18 and just copy it across. And the next one will be known as subtotal. Let's change this to LBL total. JLBL. Okay, then this one will be known as subtotal. So this will be JLBL subtotal. And change the text content as well to subtotal. Okay, and let's change this to JLBL text. There. So all of these are ready. The next thing we need is we need the following. We need menus. So let me copy all of these. I'm going to need them. Copy and paste them in here. That will be for drinks. Paste some more in here. So this will be drinks. So we have to change it to the types of drinks we have in the house. The first thing, copy that and use one of those as an heading. So this will be drinks. Just make that a little bit bolder. So that's drinks right there. And here, paste one here. That will be meal. Now let's change the names of each meal here, and this we can change this to chicken burger. Right, and we then speed it up. Okay guys, this is how the interface looks now. Let me just run it so that you have a good look at it. There we go. So these are all text area, or text field I mean, and this is the only text area. The rest are buttons and labels. Okay, let's do some, in fact let's import some of the libraries that is needed. Okay, here the first one I'd like to import, I would like to import, let's say import Java .swing .swing .jfield, JText field. Let's go for JText field. I mean JText field there. Okay, I'm gonna need that. And then the next thing I'd like to import, maybe I should import text field. Okay, change this to text field and let it be abstract windows tool. Right, so I need that, and this will just be Java. Right, then the next thing is, let me import UI manager. Come right down here and just change this to UI. With the UI manager, I'm going to use that too, just to convert the buttons into rounded buttons. I'm going to import another UI manager that is meant to be dot look and field information there. Then I also need another one, another swing library. This time around this is going to be dot unsupported look and field exception right there. So for now, those are the libraries that I think I need. Okay, so let's go right down. And right down here, what I'm going to do is, you see right here, I might as well enter the following lines of codes, or maybe let's import, let's enter the following lines of code right here, just for the round button. That will convert the whole component to rounded button. So that's going to be UI manager dot, that is going to be set look and fill. Right, then the URL is going to be comp dot j tattoo and fill. Right. Okay. The next thing I like to do now is click on this, and I'm going to import all of these components. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will see them all here. So if I double click on this, that's the first one, class not found exception. Then the next one is illegal access, and the next one is instantiation. Then we have unsupported look and feel. There, all of those are now imported. Right. Okay, have a good look at them because you're gonna need them. Alright, and even before you import them, you can always see them here. I think they're here somewhere. If you come here, you'll see all of them. Look at them. 1, 2. You can just copy them instead of doing it the way I did. Copy and just paste it up there as a throw. And there's another one here. Okay, so those are the components that we need for the public static void main throws. You need all of these. Alright, now the next thing is we need to now import, we need to now download the library. So I'm gonna go straight into my browser. Right here, guys, that is the URL for Java2 that you guys need, for those who might not have an idea. So let me just increase the font so that you can see it. That is the URL that you all need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy that URL, and right here, guys, that is the Java2 that you guys need to download. Okay, so I'm going to download it. I've already downloaded it anyway, so it's right here somewhere. So let's close that. Close this as well, and let's go straight into these projects. And right here, let's see, right here, where is it? There we go, right in here. I need the library. That's the library. You see the library? Now we're gonna then right click and add Java folder. Click on that, add Java folder, and here I have my Java2. Look at it right there. Let's click. There we go. I've just added my Java2, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so if I decide to run my program now, but just before then, let me show you how my buttons look like. Look at my buttons, that's how they look. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. Okay, can you see that? See the shape of the buttons now, although they're not doing anything right now. So that's all about using Java2 to get the buttons rounded. I actually have a tutorial on that. Okay, let's close that. The next thing I like to do is I'm going to go back inside my projects right there. Let's close the collapse, all of that. Right click on the package and go to new. Let's select Java class. Inside the Java class, I'm going to call it parent restaurant, or I can just call it superclass. It's the superclass. Okay, so that the superclass will be my parent class. Superclass, let's say underscore parent, so that you guys will know that's the parent class. Now click on finish. The next one is I'm going to call it subclass. Let's come in here, let's create another one. I'll call that subclass. subclass, and we call that underscore child. There we go, done. So we have superclass and subclass underscore child. Look at that. That's the parent class and that's the child class. Now, what we want to do inside the parent class is as follows. We need to define the following data type. You can call it data type, you can also call it fields or variables. Alright, so let's start with the declaration. So that's going to be public double, and the name, let me just call that chicken, maybe chicken burger. That's the first one. The next one is going to be chicken burger meal. Let's put M there, so that would denote meal. The next one is going to be, let's call that burger underscore and, okay, there's no point of underscore, let's just say burger, or no, let's say bacon and cheese. That's cheese burger. Right, what else do I have on board? Let me check my restaurant. I have chicken legend. Okay, back inside the soup class. There's that in there, and just call that chicken legend. Right. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, we have fillet of fish. So fillet of fish. So now it'll be fillet of fish. There we go. Those are my 5 variables. I think I'm going to arrange them the way it was on my system. I think fillet of fish is the one right on top. Yeah, I'm going to arrange it like that. Okay, those are the fields. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, let me just create, let's call it public double get amount. So with the get amount, I'm just going to put together we're going to use this method to add everything here together. So maybe I should declare 3 more variables, or if you want to call it data type, 3 more data type. One is going to be for drinks, let's say for meals. Then we have drinks, so this one's for giving total, that's drinks. And finally, I'm just going to call this total of meals and drink. There we go. So M and D. Right. Now, if I have that as total cost of meal and drink, I also need one more. Let's say that's going to be total cost with tax, or just total cost, all total cost. Okay, with the all total cost, the first thing I like to do is I should be able to add up the meal. Okay, the meal, the drink. Okay, let's add up the meal first. The variable for the drink is not here yet, so let's say meal equals this. Fillet of fish plus cheeseburger. Okay, plus chicken legend. Then let's add chicken burger meal. Then finally I'm going to add bacon cheese burger. Okay, I'm going to assign the value here to all total meal. Right, then I'll add the rest anyway, but for now let's enter return. Let's return all of this there. Okay, that is not finished yet because I still need to get out of the drinks. So let's come in here. What are my drinks? What type of drinks do I have in here? Okay, those are the drinks. So let's go back in here. Okay, now let's add the drinks. Those are the drinks right there. So the next thing is let's add up all of the value for the drinks as well. So drinks are as follows. So let's place that in there, and in here the drinks go in there. Maybe let's put an S. Alright, milkshake. Copy that, paste that in there, plus vanilla cone. Now let's paste classic vanilla. Vanilla milkshake. And finally chocolate milkshake. There, now I have all my drinks on board. So, and this will be this. So let's come in here, enter this as my total for drinks. That will be meal. In here that will be meal plus drink. Let's cut that off, paste that in there, and this, cut this off and paste this in. Oh, undo that. Yeah, just copy this and paste this right in here. I want the drinks here as well. Right, we have drinks there, then we just want this here. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to need 1, 2, and 3, so that's why I have it that way. Okay, now I have the method that carry out all of the calculation. Now let's move on. Okay, the next method I'm going to take care of is I'm going to take care of exit. Let's take care of exit. Then maybe we can call it private JFrame frame equals that, and scroll right down. In there we need to import this very one, Java string frame, and that's it right here, up here. Now look at it. Okay, now come right down here. I'm going to go for public void iExit system. Right, inside iExit system frame equals new frame, new JFrame. That is my object, and let's say the object is that. and in here enter a semicolon. Right, and the next thing I want is as follows, and there we go, exit restaurant management system. Right, now that I have that of exit restaurant management system, I'm going to call everything inside my subclass, which is meant to be the child class. So inside this subclass, let's get the name of this superclass parent. Okay, I'm just going to copy that. So come right in here, you see the subclass underscore child, let's say extend with an S, and what we are extending into is the superclass. So that is that. I'm not going to enter anything here because the child is actually inheriting everything that we have in here. Okay, so let's come straight into, I want to come straight into, let's copy superclass first, subclass child. I'm going to copy that to create an object inside here. So scroll right down, you see the exit, right click on the exit, action perform, and let's try that again, action perform, event action perform. And right here I'm going to click create as follows, object. Okay, let's just type it out, subclass underscore child is I exit, that's the instance, and equals new subclass. There. Okay, we need to enter parentheses there. All right, now let's come right down, I exit dot system system exit, that's the one I need. There we go, system exit. So with that, by calling this instance, okay, I can now exit my system. So this is the object that I've just created, using the object to exit the system, because right inside the superclass here I have a method that will exit the system. This is it right here. Okay, we're not dealing with the calculation yet. Now let's come back in here, or let's go back to the design itself and try to run the system. There we go. So I can now try out my exit. You see that the exit is working as I want. Restaurant management system, confirm if you want to exit. Yeah, there we go. So the exit is working as we want, and there. Okay, now let's come into the reset button here. Where is that? Right in here. See, with the resets, right click. In fact, I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. So, and this making 5. So what I'm going to do is, let's right click on that. I'll just show you guys 2 different methods of how to reset. So action perform, I think it's right here. There we go, that's the reset. No, that's total. Now let's change the name. Let's see, is this reset? Yeah, that's fine. That is exit, and this one, let's change the name of this. Right, that's the name of that. And this, does this have a name? No. Okay, the resets. But what are we resetting? We're resetting all of these and all of these and these. Okay, Before the reset can work, I'm going to need the name of this panel itself. Let's right click, find out the name. That is panel 3. And what about this? Let's see the name of this, panel 1, and these two 7 and 5. Okay, so let's come in here. I'm going to use this method that will actually reset it all in one go, but I have to address the panel. So the first one is to address panel 3, but in the first place we need to import the components right there. That is imported. That was why we have the error. So the first panel will be taken care of is panel 3. If I copy this, we should be able to take care of another panel. This is panel 1 and this is panel 3, I believe. 3 back in there. Let's paste another one here. There, that'll be for panel 1. Okay, now that's panel 1. Alright, so let's divide that. That's panel 1, and we need 2 coil braces here. Right, that's to clear panel 1, and the other one happens to be 5, and I'm going to copy all of that. Copy. Paste. I think that was 7 and 5 or so. Panel 7 and 5. Let's see. We need the names of these two. Seven and 5. That is correct. Okay, if you look at the lines of code, it's using for loop to actually get rid of the content in there. Okay, well, for panel 7 and 5, I would prefer them to be empty. So instead of defaulting back to 0, I prefer them just to be empty, so get rid of that. Right, so those are the lines of codes to use. Now the next thing is, let's try it out. Yeah, let's try it out and you see what I'm talking about. So, oh, there's one more, this very one, reset. So let's change the name of this. There's no point writing long lines of code for that, so let's just come in there and call it txt reset. Yeah, and come right down here, and for the reset I'm just gonna paste that underneath here, right underneath here. There. So dot set text equals nothing. Right, so that's it. That's all for the clear function. So let's run it up, run the whole system, and you guys see what I'm talking about. So if I have any value in here, okay, let's click on reset. There we go, guys. Right, the reset is working. That's fine. Now let's come back in here and just change the font size here to something a little bit readable. Maybe make that bold and 14 for now. Right. Alright, we now need to take care of the total before we can take care of this. Let's go back into the superclass. Inside the superclass, I actually need price for all of this. I'm going to copy everything. Now let's come right down here. Let's write down here. Let's say price. And enter that as well. Price. Okay, paste that in here. And I will make the different will be with just a P that stands for price. And here, keep going. So let's give each of them a value. So fillet of fish meal will be approximately, let's say 3.56, and the hamburger itself, I think that's a meal, let's say 2.95. chocolate milkshake. There. So I now have all of the data type for the price set. Now that all these variables are set, we can then use them to work out the total. But before then, inside the superclass, we can also work out our tags right in there. Yeah, why not? Let's do that now. I'm going to work out the tags by entering public. Let's say public double, and that will be FC tags. Let's make that equals 0.90. Alright, after 90% you have to pay for tax. So public double, copy that, paste it right there, change this to capital D, and the name is going to be find tax. Find tax, and that would be double C amount. Right. Now in here, let's say double find tax equals C amount minus C amount then we say multiply by MC tax. There. And we now need to return a value. Return find tax. Okay, and that's all there is to it. So I have my tax in there ready to be used. Alright, hopefully I think I'm done with this. Yeah, I think so. Okay, back in here, let's carry out the calculation here. Click on that and action perform. Inside the total, I'm going to have to declare as follows. I need to create subclass underscore child so I'm going to call that item let's say item cost equals new subclass. Now item cost itself, paste that in there, dot the very first one that happens to be fillet or fish equals item cost dot fillet or fish No, it's going to be fillet or fish with a P. Multiply by. We now want the name of this. What is this called? Do they all have a name? I doubt that. Yeah, I knew it. Now fillet or fish. Fillet or fish. Copy that. I'm back in here. So that'll be double dot pass double, and what we are passing is fillet or fish dot get whatever we have inside fillet or fish itself, the text box. Right, that is that done. Okay, the next item on the list is that's going to be that of the chicken burger. So let's see, undo that. Okay, we just need to go for the burger now. I think that's chicken burger. Let's check and be sure that's chicken burger. That's fine. Equals item cost dot pc chicken burger, and then we then need to multiply that by, let's copy all of these, paste that in there, jtxt. Now what's the name of that object? Okay, it's chicken burger. Right, paste that in there, and that will be dot get text right there. Now that I've taken care of two of those, I believe you guys should get the whole idea. I'm now just gonna copy it, and I'll speed that up. Copy and paste, then change it around. I have about 6, there's 10 of those really there. So I'm now going to change that up, change it around, and get back to you guys. So this one is going to be dot chicken legend. Okay, you all get the whole idea anyway. So let's speed it up, just like I said earlier on. Okay guys, it's all completed now, though you guys might not be able to see it all. Let me reduce the font size. Come straight to the option here. There we go. And let's just reduce it a little bit. I'm going to make it about 14 so that you can see it all. I think that looks a little bit too small, but at least you guys should be able to see it now. Okay, that is it there. Right. Okay, let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to change that to about 16. Alright, that's much better. Okay, the next thing I would like to do is I'm going to first of all see right up here, or right underneath the object that is declared. Let me declare the following. Let's say dim, oh sorry, let's say double itax, comma I sub total, comma, then we have I total right there. Now right underneath here, let's say I subtotal equals, that will be item cost, this very one, item cost dot get amount. There we go, we have the subtotal sorted. That is the whole idea of this method here that I use in adding them all that was using adding them and adding all of the items together. That's the whole idea. So back in here, that is done. The next thing is, let's take care of I total. I tax. The I tax equals item dot thing that is called find tax. Find tax. Let's see my tax. Yeah, there we go. That's it there. Right. Then in here, I'm going to enter subtotal. There. That's the tax taken care of. Then finally, I total equals I subtotal plus I tax. So that should give us the total plus I tax. There, that is taken care of. But we still can do nothing with this. So what we need to do to be able to enter those values in here, we have to convert it all to string. Then once we can take care of that, then we can come here and take care of this as well. So first thing I'll do is, let's come in here. I'm going to declare a variable. Let's call that string subtotal equals, this is string dot format. And what are we formatting? We are actually formatting, let's format it to £. That's how you format to £. Dot to decimal place. And this comma, I will enter the argument. This argument is going to be I subtotal. There. And enter semicolon there. So that is that taken care of. Now, I'm now going to enter the value in there, txt subtotal dot set text. And what text am I setting? That is going to be subtotal. There, that is done. Copy that and just repeat the same thing for the tax and total. So this is going to be total and this is I total. There, that's easy. And this is going to be tax. And in here we have tax, I tax. And finally this one is going to be I, is going to be tax. And in here this is tax. Change that to tax. Let's make sure this one is total, subtotal. There, that is it, all taken care of. So let me show you guys the lines of codes again. Yeah. Those are the lines of code for total. There we go. Right there, from here down here. You need to see the rest actually. Right. Okay, maybe let's change this. Let's change it to about 15. Maybe you guys can see it more. Right. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I will now find a way to add. Let's take care of this first. Okay, I'll now find a way to make sure the cost of meal is added here, the cost of drinks are added here, and both of them added together. Total cost of, what is this? Total cost of items. Let's change that to item. Yeah, that's fine. So add all of this together, add this together, and that comes here, and both is added to get this. So let's go back in here. Let's come back. Let's come to total, right click on total, or maybe before that let's run it and see. Let's run it first. Compile and run. So we enter some value here, so that means we want 4 fillet of fish, we want chicken nugget, chicken legend, we want about maybe 2 of those, and 1 bacon and cheese. Then the drinks there and here. So if we click on this here, there we go. Right, but the price of this is not showing all this. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to work out this, and this should give us the total of this. So let's check that out and see if it's gonna work. First thing first, let's see. Yeah, that works as well. The reset works. No, now back inside the total, I need the names of these though. Let's work out the very first one, cost of meal. Now come in here, right click events, place that in there, copy that, dot, paste. Okay, now it's going to be string. That will be string, paste this here, string drinks, no, meal. We want meal in there, and change this one to meal as well. Now if I come into the super class here, inside the super class, that is where I get the meal. Okay, it's called meal. So now back in here, so let's say item cost. So in here, item cost dot meal. There we go. That's very easy. Close that. There. Now the next one, copy. The next one is going to be for the drinks. So I think this might be drinks. Okay, that's correct. And let's change the name of these to drinks. Just to drink, that's fine. Change this to drink. And this is going to be dot drink. Drinks, right. That's taken care of. Now let's find out the name of this. That is, copy that. So paste that here. I'm just going to copy this. So this one is going to be known as total cost. Total cost. Yeah. And this is what? Dot is the total cost, total of MD. Yeah, I think that is what it was called inside the superclass. Yeah, MD. That's that added together. Right. But we can even, yeah, that's fine. Let's go back in there. Right. So if I run it, compile and run. And let's enter whatever we want in there. 3, 5, and 7. Then we want about 9 of these. 4, 7, and 5. Okay, 5. Now click on total. There we go, guys. With the drinks, there's a mistake here. Let's check this out. What have we done wrong? Because we have this and this. Okay, let's exit and see the name that was called. Okay, let's see. Oh no, look at that. That is wrong. Okay, let's correct that. We're meant to change that to, that's meant to be milkshake. Shake. Alright. The next one is vanilla cone. Let's come in here. That should be vanilla cone. Right, now we have classic vanilla. Let's see, classic. There we go. And vanilla milkshake. Milkshake. Then we have chocolate. Let's see. There we go. Right. Now that those ones are right. Okay, I think we can now try it out and see, since the corrections are made. Alright, let's run it. Okay, now enter whatever we want to enter in there. Maybe 9 of those. Just click on that. Yeah, that is correct. We add these together, gives you 123 plus, and the same thing with tags and so on. That's good. So all that is left for us now is to take care of the receipt. Okay, let's exit and go to straight to the receipts, or receipts actually. Right click and select event, action, perform. Right in here, I'm gonna delete that and enter as follows. The first thing I did in here is to create a random generator, and then I also have codes for date and time. Okay, now if we scroll down, that's for date and time, and that's for the random number generator that will be used as my reference. Now in here, that is my receipt. That's the title for the receipt. That is my reference number, and here those are the price, the cost of the meal, and the total. And right in here I have the tax, subtotal, and the overall total. And in here, that's where I've embedded the date and the time. You can see them right here. And just finally, thank you. And that's it. So let's compile and run it. I suppose you can see the whole lines of code for the receipt. So let's just compile and run it and see. Now hit the run button, and there we go. So I'm going to just enter whatever value in there. Leave that out and hit the total button, then print out the receipt. There we go, guys. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. So you all have a nice day now, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.